then you can ask. Okay, so we need to discuss on REST assured framework, right? So REST assured is a Java DSL framework. So it supports Java, and this REST assured framework is you can write in different ways. We will write in the BDD format. BDD means given, when, then format. That's a BDD style. Even you can write with a request builder also. So different ways we can develop, but whichever you want, you can develop it. Okay, so now to understand more, okay, API testing. So I already written the code here, and so this is the one simple base class we can develop to read the property values. But if you need, you can use. Otherwise, you don't need this. But let's develop this structure as it is. And also config file, I'm just adding the base URL, get all user endpoints I'm adding. I'm going to consume them. Okay, that's the another config file we are going to add. So then we'll add a feature files for all. So regress we are using to automate. So regress.in. So this is the website we are using. This time I'm taking a base URL, and this one till here /API/users is the common for all the endpoints. You can see that for all the endpoints. See, everything is common. That's why I'm going to take that as a endpoint URL. So after this endpoint URL, you can go and do it one by one. So first we have to create a Maven project. So let's go and create a Maven project first. So we'll include all the files, BDD files we can include. Yeah. So this one I already developed. Maybe if you want, we can create a new one quickly. Okay. So I think I have pushed this code to GitHub. So you can take it from there also. Then I'll explain quickly to set up. So you know already how to create a Maven project. Go to File, New Project. Select Maven here. Select Maven project. Okay. So once you are in the same page, let me know.
Yes, sir.
So are you all in this page? Click on next. So next, check this checkbox. Create a simple project. Create a simple project. Then click on next and give the group ID. So the group ID I can give API. So REST assured in BDD style. April 19, 2023. Okay. So then same if you can give artifact ID also same you do. So click on finish. Click on finish. So API REST should be this style, this one. So we don't have anything here, just click on form.xml, src main Java, src main resource, src test Java, src test resource, and JRE system library, and you have so form.xml, main form.xml, right? That's the one. So let's close all of them. Form.xml, open form.xml. So click on this version after. Just click on this. Maybe I'll add this form.xml latest one here. So you can add a build section. Already we have previously. Where you can find this? You can find in our blog. So in the bottom side, you have that. The build section, you can find it out here. Build section. Where is that build section? Yeah, here it is. You can have a build section, this one. Just add this till this build section. Okay. Just add this build section. After this version. Just add that. So where you can find, let me find out for you. I have a compiler plugin, 3.8.1, 1.8, 2.19. So exactly, perfectly, this one. So rest assured automation. So page, you can find all this. So this build section as it is, you copy and mention in the version tag after. So this version tag after, this version tag after.
So we need to copy from
properties to build.
Okay.
Properties to build. It's there here. Properties to till build. So I have given only that. Other than that, I didn't give. Only that one you copy paste there.
Okay, Ramesh.
Done. Now let's move on to the next concept. We need to add all the dependencies. So what are all the dependencies you need? How to add all the dependencies? So you can just go to form.xml. After build end tag after, just place dependencies. So you'll get a start dependency and end dependency. So start dependency, you press enter key, and in between the dependencies, we are going to add all the dependencies that are required for this project. So we need RestAssured dependencies, BDD Cucumber dependencies, TestNG. So all different dependencies we need, right? So you can develop them one by one, add them, basically add them one by one. So let me log into my GitHub. If it is already pushed in the GitHub, so you can also take it from here. So I don't have, you can see here rest assured, anything recent. This is the March one. Okay. Recently, I haven't pushed it. Okay, I would have pushed that code. Yeah, so you can, otherwise, let me push it quickly. I'll create one new branch. I'll push it. I'll create a new repository. So I'll go to same project name. Because you can access, that's why quickly we can finish that. Same repository name I'm creating. So that it will be easy for us quickly finish that. So I can go to the location of this location. So right click, git bash, open the git bash. That's how you need to open the git bash. You go to the project location inside and open the git bash with that location. So now if you go here, this repository, and you just execute all these commands. If you want to execute this, otherwise leave it, or just git init is enough. It will initialize the git. See, now you can see master. You can see a master. So then you can do a git branch. This one, git branch you can do. So do a git branch. Then you can do, this is the repo already existing one, right? So push an existing repository from the command line. So I'm just pushing that. Paste it. So then execute this command. Just execute those commands. That's it. So we need to add all of them now. Git status. Just do git status. See, all these projects are need to add. So git add. So it will add git status if you do. So it will list, add all of them. Git commit -m. So adding API testing rest assured framework to GitHub. Now git push origin, git push -u origin. Just give main. So this code will go and land it here. See, it went and landed here. See, 100%. Just refresh here. The code has come here. See, I didn't do anything. Just simply my local machine to here I place it, so that it's easy for you. Okay, just open this so that quickly we can add all the files. Then I'll show you how to do that. So that dependencies we can add one by one. Directly you can copy from here. This is the public repo. You can even clone it also. So you will get it. So I just want to add this file dependencies. Here my dependencies started here. So where my dependencies started here. So first rest assured you need to add. Rest assured 5.3.0. Maybe you can set, you can search where you can find them, where you can find all the dependencies. Where you can find all the dependencies. Yo. mvnrepository.com. You should not forget this, madams.
Okay, sir.
So MVN repository. Here you will find here, even you can search here. Rest assured. Search it. So this is the indication. This globe icon you have to take, not any other. Okay, 5.3.0 only. So just add this. Instead of adding, I'm going to do that one by one. I'll just copy all the required things. See, when I press save, these Maven dependencies are added. You can see here, all the Maven dependencies are added here. So rest assured related dependencies are added so that this project can use this rest assured related classes, methods, interfaces, everything, whatever you want. That's one advantage. And another thing is you have, click on this. See, you got rest assured. You can add a JSON path. Let's add JSON path also. Otherwise, you just copy. You copy from, if I'm very fast, you can copy from our blog. Our this from here. Just copy from here. Okay. Just copy. I already copied this one, this one. I'm going to copy this one now. So JSON schema validator, XML path, JNet. I'm using JNet here, JNet Jupyter, and arg.hamcrest, samcrest. So then arg.json. Then I'm adding Cucumber, Cucumber Java, and Cucumber JNet, Cucumber core. So, and then I'm adding net.masterthought, Cucumber reporting. Then faster XML Jackson core. So these are the dependencies I need. I'll add all of them. Add all the dependencies, okay? So that's not going to change. Add all the dependencies. So it will download all of them. It will download all of them. Control S you press after pasting. After pasting, Control S you use.
So you click the palm.xml and then from there you say
Copied.
copied from
Copied.
properties to
Yes.
drain.
Did you open this this URL?
Yeah.
Yeah. From
Okay.
there you copy.
Okay.
Once you're done, let me know.
Yes, Ramesh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Done. Let's go. Next. So this is the first part. The second part is we have to develop. right? We have to develop one by one SRC test. So basically resources, we have only these 3 files. You created 3 files: config.properties, cucumber.properties, JUnit platform.properties. Okay, one by one you create. Under where SRC test resources below these 3 files. So let's go and create one by one file, config.properties. So I'll explain you one by one what is having in this each SRC test resources. New file. Just give the file name as it is. So what is the content we are going to add is our base URL, our service endpoint URL we are giving here. Other than that, nothing. Okay, just give that. So go inside, you can find, see these 2. Just give those 2, service endpoint URL, base URL plus service endpoint URL. Those 2 we are giving. Save it. Next, the same way, go to the second one. So cucumber.properties. So all Cucumber related, reporting related properties. These are new file. Finish it. So under this cucumber.properties, some only one cucumber.publish.quite equal to true. You are publishing the report. So that's it. That I'm setting up this. Next, we have this cucumber.JUnit platform.properties. You can add that also under that SRC resources. So let's go and add what is the properties. Same property is there. That's it. So these are the 3 files you need to add under SRC test resources. Once you are done, let me know.
Done, Ramesh. Done, Ramesh.
Okay, then let's move on to the next under SRC test Java. So we need, right, we have to create a base package, then feature files, step definition files, and runner file we have to create. Right, 3 modules. You remember yesterday I explained Cucumber architecture. Those
Yeah.
3 modules we have to create here. So base package also you create. Base package also you create, and you can just go to test Java. See, these are the 4 modules. You just create 4 modules. First, create a under SRC test Java features folder you create. SRC test Java, create a features folder. New folder. Features. Features folder you create. Okay, same. I'm just following these notations. Then step underscore def package you create. So you create here step underscore def under same SRC test Java. Step underscore def package. Same you create test runner package. Utils, any utility methods if you want, you can create there also. Another package. Okay, these are the 4 folders you create. So once you're done, let's move on. So let me know.
Yes, Ramesh. Done.
Okay. So now let's create a under no. So utils no, what is there? So one by one we'll create. So test base class. Just create a test base class under utils. So right click and create a new class. Just give the class name, not .java. Okay, just test base. Just click on that. Just this is having only one method, that is the reading the properties file data. This properties file data, it is just reading. So you can use that. Okay, just go and go inside, add the content. So you have a option copy content. Okay, just copy this, and you can just add Control A. Maybe Control A you can do, add it, all of them, right? So that's it, because we added the same structure, so you don't need to modify anything. Just see the file path also, this config.file path also, user.dir, then src test resources config.properties. So you're reading the file. So I already explained in Java, same path. First you have to create object for properties file, prop equal to new properties. Then I'm reading this config.properties by file f equal to new file, and file path I'm giving. Then file input stream fas equal to new file input stream, and passing this file object reference here. Then load all the properties of this file input stream object. Then return the prop dot get property, whatever the key you are giving, that value it will fetch by this method. That's a simple method we have written in the test base. Other than that, nothing. Okay.
Yes, Ramesh.
So we already know this. So even in the Selenium also we have written this. Now, let's move on to the next one. So util C is done. Now move to test runner. Test runner only runner class file. Just copy this. So create a class, runner class. That's it. So just a class, right? You should not give .java while creating a class name. So then go inside, just replace Control A. Sorry, you can copy here. So copy. So this option, copy option, and Control A and paste it that. So maybe that this might change because this path is changed, right? Now you have to give that path. Just a project name you have to give. So just right click and just give this path. Already there, just you need to change that. This you just need to change till here only. That's it. That's the only change. Remaining everything is fixed here. Done?
Yes, Ramesh.
Okay, let's move on. So we don't want to waste time. Just keep on moving. And these are all ready-made code. Okay, so now features. Step definition, I'll come back. Just features. So we need to understand these two. Okay, first. So first create a get request get API feature. Create this file. Create this file. Okay. So under features, you have to select, right click on the features, new file. So dot feature. Okay, one more thing. Before creating this, don't create it. Okay, don't create it. So we need to install one more plugin in the Eclipse. So that plugin is Cucumber Eclipse plugin. You have to install to see the Cucumber files. Styles. So we'll create this later. Okay, just go to help marketplace, Eclipse marketplace. Can you go everyone in this path?
Yes,
What is
Ramesh.
that? Help menu,
Eclipse Market.
Eclipse
Next,
marketplace.
marketplace. Okay.
So here you search for Eclipse plugin, Cucumber JVM Eclipse plugin, Cucumber JVM Eclipse
Okay.
plugin. Cucumber JVM Eclipse plugin. Okay, so you see first one. Can you see this and click on install because I already installed it.
Okay.
Just install it and it will ask restart. Just restart that. If you have any problems, please ping me. I'll help you out there. Is it done?
It asks that we need to sign that agreement, right? So it's installing.
Yeah, right.
So we need to select all and then trust selected.
Trust select all and then continue.
Restarting. Okay. Yeah, Ramesh, it's done.
Done.
Yeah.
So everyone,
Done. Yes, sir, it's done.
now, so once that is done, you can just create the feature files, all feature files now. Click on file and just give request get API dot feature. The first one is the name you can give, and you can have there. So you can go and this one, this. So basically, this APIs, the get features, the get. So all this, the 3 get scenarios I'm adding. The feature is get feature, but scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. 3 scenarios we are adding. One is get list of users, get single user not found. Right? These are the 3 scenarios we need to add in this feature file. So what is this? What it is going to do? So you have to first given what you have to give a valid endpoint. When you hit the send button to fetch the list of users, then it will list all the list of users with a status code 200 and status code 200. So these statements I have to tell in the feature file for the one scenario. So you will write feature scenario. So scenario below you have a given, when, then. These are the keywords you have. So what are all things you want to validate? You can do a validations also in the then section. So I want to validate the status code 1. I want to validate the fields, response body fields, another thing. So these are all things you can specify. Okay. So let's write that. So click on this. See that automatically you got the complete structure. If you install that, you will get like this. Default, by default, then we'll replace one by one. Okay, so not see that these all keywords understand. Author, you can give your name and the keywords. So what are the keywords? Feature, list of scenarios. A feature means a big so big feature which is going to be described, divided into multiple scenarios. A scenario is a business rule through list of steps with arguments. That's a scenario. So you can give these definitions if anybody asks you scenario definition. A business rule through list of steps with arguments. Given some precondition step, when actions, then so outcome or validation steps. So and but and or but both are so to enumerate the more given when then steps, you can use and after given, after when, after then. You can use but also after given, after when, after then also. So that's the this given, when, then, and but. So scenario outline. So list of steps for data driven as an example section is followed with a placeholder. So with a placeholder, there is a placeholder also for this. So and you can add this placeholder to right. So this placeholder is a parameter, basically. It's a parameter. So this parameter name will include there in this Angular brackets inside. And doc strings, triple quotes you use for documentation strings, and data tables if you're using pipe symbol you can use. At rate, so you can use for to group the scenarios, tags, tagging purpose. At rate tag, you can give a tag name. So this is the placeholder we already discussed. Commenting, you will do like this. So like this scenarios I'm going to create. Let's copy those scenarios. So whatever we have here, just go inside. So I'm just copying all of them. So just tags we'll add later. Okay, tags we'll add later. So this is the feature. Request get API feature. Request get API feature. The scenario is first scenario, get API to list all users. That's the first scenario, right? You can go and see that. To list all users. That's what I have written here in the scenario. Given, provide valid endpoint to fetch all users. When, send the request to the server. When send the request to the server, then I validate the response status code 200. That's a simple scenario to get all the users. So then scenario outline for the same. Request get API to search with the different page numbers using scenario outline. That's my scenario name I have given. So that's scenario outline. So what is the difference between scenario and scenario outline? Scenario is a single scenario, single business rule. But scenario outline is same steps, but parameterized to do a data-driven testing. The scenario outline is followed by an example section, but scenario, you won't get this example section. So this parameter names is your columns in the examples table section. You can see is the column. Response status code is the column. This is this parameter should come as it is here. Then email ID here. So why I didn't put in double quotes here? Can you tell me? And why I kept in double quotes here?
String value.
Sorry?
We are representing string value.
Yeah, obviously, right? Why are you? It's wherever you see double quotes, that is meaning of that is string representation. If it is not in the double quotes, that is a numbers, right? It's a numbers. So that's a funda, doesn't change anywhere. You can follow that. Okay. So any questions?
So can you please tell the last thing, like for that when, then, and that? And so with examples, right? You told, right? So
Yeah, this one is a precondition, right? You have to give a valid endpoint.
okay.
When what you're doing, you're hitting the send button here in the Postman, right?
Yes.
The action, this is the send the request to the server. That's the action. We're doing a click action. That's a API you call the send the request to the server. You're sending the request.
Okay.
Then what you want to do after sending, you have to validate the status code, right? Status code.
Yes.
So then I validate the response status code 200. But same, this one is I'm not giving any page number, but here I'm giving a different page numbers. So to do a data-driven testing, how I'm doing a data-driven testing? Scenario outline.
Okay.
So you have to take a scenario outline if you want to do a data-driven testing, a different sets of data if you want to pass. So that's how you will do a data-driven testing in the BED Cucumber approach.
Using scenario outline. Okay.
Scenario outline. You have to use a scenario outline to do a data-driven testing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here, see the given provide valid endpoint to fetch all users. When send the request to the server with the page number as page, the placeholder I kept. Then I verify the response status code, the parameter. What status code you want to verify? So that I'm giving, that also I'm parameterizing that. I'm not hard coding. Okay, so next, and I verify the first user record having email as a email ID. First record, you will get a list of users, right? Array you will get. That you are, so first email ID you are getting. So execute manually. Then you will understand, right? How you will get the data. Database I have written. So that data, so I'm fetching here.
So what can be other options for passing when parameter, like other than page?
So you can pass any parameter, right? So in that, for this scenario, so I'm passing here in this when in the endpoint URL, you're passing that, right? So this one. So this query parameter I'm passing.
Yeah.
This is the one you can change 1, 2, 3, right? This is the parameter you can pass. That is what I'm giving. If you want to pass, even base URL doesn't change, right? You cannot pass that. That dynamically should change. See this one, when you send, you see you got a data array, that first element. Even if you changed here to 1. So here first page number is equal to 2, Michael Lawson, right? If you give page number 1, see what is the value? Email? Different.
George.
So this is what I have given here. See, if page number 1, status code 200, this one. If page number 2, status code is this one and this one. If you want to do another validations, you can do that. Right? These things also, and first name, last name, if you want, you can do that other validations.
Okay.
It's all up to you what you want to validate.
The when will
So this
be
is
like after the query parameter, right? The whatever.
Yeah. This. So here is the only changes you can give. There is a possibility here, more different values, right?
Okay.
Such cases you can make a parameters, right? Otherwise we cannot make parameters. Parameter means what? You can give a different values for that parameter.
Okay.
Here there is a possibility you can give different parameters.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So then, yeah.
Can you please go to that Eclipse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Okay, I got it. Yeah, thank you. So here these, these keywords, that this is what you're saying, right? Jenkins keywords. So instead
Gherkin
of,
keywords.
okay,
Given, when, then.
okay,
Gherkin keywords we call them. So feature, scenario, given, when, then, and also you will use. See, I used and here.
okay,
So this and belongs to then. Okay. So you are validating this multiple validations here you're doing. That's why you don't need to write second then step. Then you don't need to write. You use and instead of then. Okay. That
okay,
in the feature file. Feature file, you will follow this. One time you write it then. Then if there is one more step, use and. Joining the multiple validations.
okay. So one thing here, for these keywords, always these are the steps. Like for given, we need to provide the valid endpoint. For when, send the request to the server, and then like validating the response code. Or like always, whenever we are taking any scenario, always these are the the steps we are doing for all these keywords. Is there any
Not necessary.
change?
You can write your own way. What is your precondition for based on your know which one you are testing? The
Okay.
precondition might change.
Yes.
Application to application. So you see
Okay.
what is the precondition you want to give for before. See
Okay.
before sending this. So what is before hitting this send button? What is the precondition?
Okay.
So all those you can mention. But here maximum we have these things, right? Only are putting headers also, the precondition also, right? And giving authorization token if there is a token, okay? That is also precondition, right? That's all you can give in the given.
Given. Okay.
So you can tell that all. So provide valid endpoint means I'm covering everything. This authorization headers, everything. Params, okay?
So that includes all the preconditions, you mean? Like
Right,
if we are,
right, right.
okay. Like after each and every keyword we can include and, right?
Yes, yes. This and you can include for given, when, then. For example, if you have more conditions, preconditions.
Okay.
First time you will write a given. Next time onwards you write and only. Next precondition.
Okay.
You should not use given again second time.
Okay.
So that's even for and also more actions are there. First time you will write when. Second action you have to use and only.
Okay. Got it.
That's the main concept here. Same how we did for and, right?
Yeah.
For then.
Mm-hmm.
So the same you can apply for the other keywords also.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So next, let me explain this. Okay. This one, are you clear on scenario outline? Then I'll finish quickly these two scenarios.
Yes, Ramesh. Yeah.
Okay. So next, second scenario, get single user. Get API to list single user. Given, provide valid endpoint to fetch a single user. I'm separating. Can you observe here? The given, this given is different and this given is different, right? The wordings I changed. Okay. So to differentiate the this scenario and this scenario. So when send the request to the server to fetch single user, then I validate the single user response status code 200. And I verify the response body fields. See, this is called data table. So what do you call this? Data table we call this. And this is the ID. So the page ID, right? Page name. And the email, first name, last name. So I'm going to, this is your expectation. This is your expected value. You will get in the response body, right?
Yeah.
You have to compare that response with these values. Then how you will read this data in your step definition means I'll show you that how to do that. Data table concept we are going to use. Clear? This is the data table. This data table concept is only for particular, so this step only. This data belongs to only this step,
Okay.
not for, but this scenario outline is, this is for whole scenario. That's this. And last one, get API for single user not found. Given, provide valid endpoint to single user not found. When send the request to the server, single user not found. Then I validate the single user not found response status code. See, this is the data table concept. A pipe symbol, this is the data table concept. See here, can you observe here? This one is a one row, one column. This one is a one row. How many columns?
4.
Four columns. So here, the method you are going to use a different list to store this entire data. But here only list, one list only. So that's the data table concept. I'll show you all this, how to read this feature file data to your step definition. And once you execute the API, you will get the actual output, right? The response. With that response data, you have to compare these values. How to do that? I'll show you all those things. Okay. So that tomorrow we'll continue further. Can you see this feature file symbol also change it to green color? That's all the feature files. If you install that plugin only, you will get this symbol. Otherwise, you won't get. Okay. So that's the main thing. I'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll finish the coding and everything.